welcome back to the Project Mayhem channel. In this video we're gonna go over some stuff on the frame, getting it ready for powder coating. Need to get rid of some rust and scale that's on the frame. Need to fix the body mount brackets. Need to fix some cracks where the steering box bolts onto. And a whole lot of welding of different brackets and fixing cracks on the frame. Let's get started. Over the years, some mud had worked its way in between the coil bucket bracket and the frame, and it caused some scale to build up on the side of the frame. At first I tried to scrape it off with a scraper, but I quickly realized that that just wasn't going to cut it. So I broke out the medieval tools. This is a needle scaler, just a cheap tool that I picked up at Harbor Freight. I think it was about 20 bucks. Made pretty quick work of the scale, cleaned everything up nicely. Took about 20 minutes with this and cleaned up pretty nice. The next thing I had to figure out before I took the frame out to my brother's house to do all the welding was some way to fix the body mounts. So I went to broncograveyard.com and looked at their body mount saver kits. This kit is basically just 1/4-inch steel washers sold in a kit, and they're the right size for the frame. You just weld them into place. For $32, it seemed the best way to go. If you're interested in these, the item number is 23069G, and you'll see these getting welded into place later on in the video. The next thing I had to figure out was how to fix the frame where it cracked around the steering box bolts. You can see the cracks here on the frame. What you can't really see in these pictures are the cracks that are around behind those where the shock tower bolts up and the track bar bolts up to the bottom of that shock tower mount. There were also cracks around that mount. So I made this bracket here to weld into place. It's a 1/4-inch thick piece of steel. And you can see the 3 bolts for the steering box, and then it also covers and braces up the shock tower mount to strengthen where the track bar bolts up to fix those cracks as well. You'll also see this later in the video being welded into place. You may recall from the last video when I was drilling out the holes to mount the James Duff long extended radius arms that I bent this bracket up and some supports to strengthen up the frame where that bolts up to. I have these all ready to weld into place now as well. Now that I have all of this stuff together and done what I could do here, I'm going to take this out to my brother's house, and my nephew Eric is going to weld it all up for me.
Eric? So we do a bunch of little projects here. We have the Corvette we're restoring for our neighbor. We have Uncle Brian's Bronco we brought in for the day. And you never know what you'll see here. So check out our YouTube channel, Obsession Race Team.
Eric's a better welder than I am.
Well, that's not saying much.
Nice.
Blade's pretty long.
Yeah. What do you think?
Good enough?
Looks good to me.
There we go. Good enough for the girls I go out with.
Alright, so these are all welded on. We wanted to brace up in here. So, welded that plate in. Alright.
There you go.
Beautiful.
On to the next bracket.
This is the plate for the steering box support plate. We're about to weld that in. When I say we, that means my nephew Eric is about to weld that in.
You can take the credit for it, it's okay.
If it comes out good, I'll take the credit.
Yeah, we'll see how this goes.
Eric thinks that his truck it can outwheel mine.
Hands down.
I'll show you a poster with his truck on it. He might have me beat. That's my nephew and my brother, those are their trucks. Beautiful. I can hit that with a grinder with the flap wheel.
Yeah.
Knock all that off. Beautiful.
Yeah. So,
Alright, so these are the body mount savers. Welding those on. Beautiful. Alright, all the welding's done. So we got the body savers. Those are all on. The long arm suspension's all welded. The brackets are all welded on. Then inside the frame, we got this bracket welded in, and where that black marker is, that's actually the transfer case mount. Bolts on there. And where these bolts are, eventually there'll be a rock slider bolted up to there that goes under the door. And that's what this front mount for is too. A rock slider will bolt up to the outside of that. So that's just a stiffener. And we also fixed the cracks. We also fixed the cracks where the steering box bolted up and welded this plate on. Now I've got extras of these plates if anyone's interested. I'm selling them. Let me know in the comments below. So that's about it for With all of the welding done, it was time to drop the frame and a few other parts off for sandblasting and powder coating. The frame is going to be powder coated black, and the radius arms and the caps are going to be powder coated red. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe below. If you have any questions or comments, please comment below. And if you would like to see more videos of Eric and the rest of the race team in the monster trucks, please search YouTube for Obsession Race Team. Thanks again for watching.